So if you've been thinking about putting one of these into one of these, you should probably keep watching because we're going to get this bad girl boost ready. So, buddy, it's about time. Gonna get this thing ready to go back in, hey?
That's it, man.
But this here, quick sort of story on it is we bought this second hand on Marketplace. Supposedly only has about 20,000 Ks on it. It was a brand new crate engine from AMCAP, which has only got a really low amount of kilometers on it. So it should be good as gold, but if you're gonna start putting some boost in, you're gonna wanna upgrade some of these. So this is probably gonna be the first thing that we're gonna do is upgrade the valve springs on this engine. These are a crane valve spring. You actually bought it in a kit, Suda 284 cam, but it's just got more spring rate than a factory one. It's going to keep those valves closed under boost. So first cab off the rank, we got a whole bunch of stuff we're going to do on this engine. We're going to change the timing cover, the water pump, we're going to change the sump. We're also going to change the intake manifold as well. Hopefully in this video, do you reckon?
Yep.
Sweet.
If not, we'll have to get it on there.
Yeah, we'll get it on there. So, but yeah, first cab off the rank because it's going to be the most time-consuming bit. Is going to change these valve springs. So, I reckon, bub, we get stuck in.
Let's do it.
Do it. Ooh, that's alright. We'll just cut the audio out. It's all pretty clean in there. What do you reckon?
Genuine low kilometers, mate.
Oh, yeah. Before I start taking all this gear off, is we'll put the first cylinder at top dead center. When you're doing this, some guys will use like compressed air or something in the spark plug hole to keep the valve up. The way that I generally do it is if I just put the cylinder at top dead center, the valve doesn't fall far enough that you can't get it. So it'll stay up in the cylinder head. With your firing order, and this works for just about any sort of car really, but with your firing order, this firing order is 1, 2, 7, 8, 4, 5, 6, 3. So if you split that firing order in half, so you'll have 1 and 4, they'll be mated cylinders. So number 1 and number 4, if number 1's the top dead cylinder, number 4 is. So that'll be on the power stroke, the other one will be on the exhaust stroke. And then same thing, if you go 2, we've mated with 5, and then you got 7 mated with 6, etc, etc. So you can go through that way. Basically you just get it at top dead center, then 90 degrees on the crank will get you to your next pair, 90 degrees next pair, 90 degrees next pair. That's just how I do it. So that's probably what we'll do now. The old screwdriver trick, mate. They ain't never failed me yet.
What do you got there, mate?
Yeah, okay, so I should probably fess up. I did say before that the top dead center method is the way to do it, and you don't necessarily need air. But then I remembered these 5 litres don't have a top hat type valve stem seal like an LS does. That holds the valve a lot better than these ones do. If you have a bit of a closer look here, Kurt, you can see the valve stem seal here. It's just like a little rubber band. So because that's not gripping the valve stem down here at the base, it wants to fall down with no air behind it. So shout out once again, coming to the rescue, the beard of knowledge, Corey at Australian Automatics. He's given us a quick leak down tester here to borrow. That's going to keep the valve up, and also give the engine a bit of a leakage, which it's been sitting for a while, so I probably wouldn't think it was accurate anyway. Probably need to spin it over a bit to get the ring pack to seal again.
No, that's right.
But we're getting through it, spring by spring. Got a couple cylinders down now, and yeah, keep plugging away.
So while Jeff does the valve springs on the motor, I've decided to turn my attention back to the engine bay just for a minute. Get the other bits and pieces that we need done before we put the engine in. So I've put the booster and the brake master cylinder and stuff in, so I'll show you that in a sec. But next is obviously all the brake lines and stuff to go along with it, because obviously once the motor's in, you're not going to be able to get to it. So I've already fabricated all those, luckily, so you're not going to have to watch me bend brake lines, because that'd be pretty boring. So I'll take you over, I'll show you the booster and the master, and then we'll get to fitting the brake lines. So that's the booster and master all in. I think I mentioned it before, but I'll just mention it again real quick in case I haven't. That's the VZ brake booster and master cylinder combination, and I've got a bracket there to convert it at the back. It's just a VT booster bracket converter thing. I got it off a fella named Clado Lawrence off, I think it was VNSS group or something like that. So steering racks in as well, along with the steering column and intermediate shaft. So I've got one brake line in, so now we've just got the fittings. You know, I've got bulkhead fittings and obviously master cylinder fittings and stuff to go, so I'm going to slam those in real quick.
Alright, so after a few curses and a bit of dicking around, we finally got these brand spanking new springs in, and yeah, wasn't without its struggles. I'll tell you what, do yourselves a favour and do not buy yourself one of these. Now there's a lot of different brands that do it. This one's an SP Tools one, and honestly I highly rate SP Tools. I've got a whole bunch of their gear, but this thing is utter fucking trash. You're pretty limited for options though when you're doing a head-on spring change, so yeah, it's kind of hard to figure out which one to use. This here though, nah, no good. Probably rolled a couple of clips where, see these tangs, they're pretty small, right, and they're meant to grip onto the coil, and they slip off all the time. You end up with collets getting bound. It's just a big old pain in the ass. Whilst I've been messing around with that, we've been doing some wiring stuff. We've got our boy Jerome over here. Say hi to the people, G. He is our wiring guru extraordinaire, coming in and just sort of assessing the wiring harness situation for when we do get the engine in. And as such, Kurt, you are drilling some holes.
Yeah, we're doing some...
in that fresh paint.
We're modifying things.
Yeah. So we're getting ready to plan as to where the wiring harness is going to be when we drop the engine in.
Yeah, we're modifying, we're cutting all this loom up that the guy that I bought it off spent a lot of money doing.
Yeah.
And we're routing it different ways and getting all the power basically back in the car because the battery's in the boot. So
yeah,
a little bit of rooting around, but yeah, Jerome's qualified and he's all over it, so it's going to be a piece of piss. Well, it has been so far. So I'm going to cut a hole in the tunnel here and run the grommet out of there. Hopefully that works good, and yeah, we'll just keep chipping away. Merch drop announcement. Alright guys, we have finally got our stuff together to do a pre-sale on our very first merchandise drop. Now as you can see here, This is our new logo. This is my favourite shirt out of all the things that we've got. I'll give you a little twirl. That's the back there. New logo, killer. You can get this one along with a heap of other stuff. Actually hit me with it. We've got this shirt as well. This one is our OG logo. Now this is pre-sale only. Once this pre-sale's done, you will not be able to get this one again, but you will be able to get these other ones again when we do our others. So you can get this one. What else we got? We got stickers. We got this. I want you to get a good look at this. Our new stealth hat. That thing is killer. We got these as well. All you need to do is head to www.talkhub.com.au, get on the store, check it out. Now, we're also doing a bit of a deal for the pre-sale. You spend $150 or more in one transaction and we'll give you a free upgrade from standard shipping to express shipping. That will save you a little bit of money. Go in with one of your mates or whatever if that's what you want to do. Pre-sale finishes Friday the 3rd of December, 6 p.m. West Australian time. Get amongst it, guys.
So we've still got a couple more things to dress this motor with before we stick it in the hole. And we haven't changed the rocker covers because we got some different ones. We got some slightly different ones to put on there. But we got to change the timing cover because Kurt, you're going to run a electric water pump, yeah?
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
So we got a billet timing cover which we're going to put on there. We've also got the bullet alternator bracket to put on here with your alternator. You're running a reed speed 6 rib setup. So we're going to put that on, and we're going to change the intake manifold. Oh, we're going to change the sump as well. We've got a high capacity sump, a high energy one. And I guess should we show them the goodies?
Yeah.
Let's show them the thing that you're probably most proud of, the piece de resistance.
That's my baby there.
Look at that. This big girl is probably worth more than my life at this point.
To me it is.
Feel it. Feel the love. So we got, this is a genuine VN Group A twin throttle body manifold, which you've had for a number of years now, just waiting to be put on this car.
Yeah, yep.
It's already decked out with, you know, the speed flow lines and turbo smart fuel pressure regulator. So that's why we've got to change the rocker covers, because these twin throttle bodies here will end up hitting a stock rocker cover. They've got special ones that you need to use with them. So as I said before, timing cover change so we can put the electric water pump on. We're going to put the sump on. Going to get this alternator ready to come on. And this, look at this here. This is Australian made, just goodness. How nice. It just feels nice, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It just feels nice.
It tastes better than the V-pulley.
Yeah,
V-belt stuff.
Yeah, V-belt stuff, no good. So I'm going to stick this 6 rib gear on, sump, intake. I'm going to get ready to slam this in the hole. What do you reckon, dog?
That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Put 2 hands on there. Give it a zhuzh, mate. Rough as guts.
Fucking listen to it. I feel attacked. Tell you what, everywhere we look, this engine is clean.
Hope it stays that way.
You can tell it hasn't done many Ks. If any, you know. It's going to be a shame to throw a leg out of bed.
Yeah. A little bit.
Right. Look at that. That is the inside of your timing cover. How clean is that? This thing is in impeccable condition, dude. Won't get much more bare than this. Time to start putting gear back on it. What do you reckon?
Yep. Good call.
like an engine again, boys. Now I just got to do a quick final cleanup. I just run over all these surfaces with a razor blade and bit of brake clean, make sure they're perfectly clean. I've got some new gaskets happening. It's time to put, oh, look at it. Just look at it. Time to put that big girl on there. Dude, this is gonna look sick. Wow, that's a nice cork you got there, mate. What a glow up. From the start of the video to now, look at this absolute monster. Now, remember, looks real fancy, like real fancy, but it's still a stock 5 litre. To make this thing ready for what we want to do with it, we've changed the valve springs to a crane spring. Still a single spring with a dampener and stock diameter, so there's no machining needed for the heads. This is a really basic sort of setup. From there we also put the high energy sump on, 7.5 litres. When you're running the turbo on that, there's more stuff drawing oil from the system, so the extra capacity is definitely going to be well worth it. And Kurt wanted to go to the electric water pump, so that meant we had to go with a bullet billet timing cover. And then we've got the 6 rib alternator pulley set up from Reed Speed, with the alternator sitting on a bullet bracket. And it looks phenomenal, honestly. Once this goes in the engine bay, it's going to look so sick. I cannot wait. And with the turbo sitting just off here to the side, ooh, boys, stop it. I can only be so erect. How you like that, bro?
Looking good, mate, all together in one piece.
That's it. You weren't even home when I finished screwing this thing together, so what was it like walking in and having a look?
It was good.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was good. Finally getting it on the motor, getting all the other little bits and pieces, my sweet Reed Speed pulley kit.
Yeah, man.
It's one of my favourite things I bought for it, actually.
Oh, don't worry about the intake manifold. That ain't nothing. Just check out that alternator pulley.
Yeah. It looks pretty tidy on the front, so.
It does. It looks sick, dude. Like, look at this here. This is, I mean, apart from being a piece of Australian muscle car history in the intake manifold, I don't want to blow too much smoke, but it is something pretty special.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah.
You can get it in the freaking car now.
Yeah, that's right. So that'll be the next thing. So you and Jerome have been doing a little bit of wiring stuff, which we'll probably get into more in the next episode, I guess.
We'll see some of that in the next episode. Full disclosure, we didn't do a hell of a lot of filming on that. It was a bit of a
bit of a midnight
all
run.
Hands on deck and just get it done. I only had Jerome for a short period of time. So to utilise his skill set, we just made maximum time for getting it done. So hopefully we can get him back here pretty shortly to hopefully finish it off and have the car ready to fire. So it should be good.
That's it. Nah, it's good, man. Well, at least we've done the key things that you wanted to make this thing boost ready.
Yeah,
so
the absolute minimum, actually, really.
It really is the minimum.
We did have to fight. I had to fight Jeff, guys, a lot. He wanted to put the camshaft in.
Oh,
I don't know if he mentioned that on any of his filming.
No.
He wants to fight me about it, but honestly, I'm not putting.
And
the cam
to be
in
fair, I'd have you I would have
There's
you.
only one way to know for sure. So yeah, we're not
Boys,
putting
look
the
at
cam
this.
in for now.
I got like a foot on him and probably 40 kilos.
Mate, It means nothing. So yeah, it's going to be stock cam for now. I don't need any extra hassles with running in flat tappet cams on a completely unproven, everything in the car is new system, you know. So I want to get it all ironed out. And
Look,
then,
it's
you
a
know,
poor
and then if we
excuse,
want
but it's
to-
a good excuse.
It's my excuse, and I'm the captain of this project, so that's what we're running with.
Yeah, that's it.
And yeah, so you know, we might get, if anything, we might get a good comparison of what you get putting in an aftermarket cam. You know, if that's the only change in the car.
That would be a good A/B test. Yeah.
But I really want to get to the point where I'm putting the 355 in it, honestly. So
Yeah.
you know,
Man,
see how we go.
this thing with the 355 is going to be sick.
Yeah,
But for now, that's going to be it.
that's it, man.
So from here, you can see he's already bolting it on. He's bolting on the lift plates. We're going to get ready to put this thing in the engine bay very shortly. Got a couple of little bits of tidying up to do, but for now, we're going to call it. This will be another video. Get it out to you guys ASAP so that you're not...
A little bit shorter than what we've been doing.
Yeah, that's
Which
it.
is good.
But we don't want to keep you guys waiting either, so... You
What
tell
about
her?
me waiting? Yeah, I was going to say, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.
Cheers.